they package stuff like when they sell like whatever in supermarkets, and they have all kinds of stuff, but it's like the same thing, but like with slight variations, you know. Like it's pretty interesting when you see that. You know, it's kind of like trying to tell people that it's different when it's really all the same. So that, like, you know, you buy like you know, green apples and red apples, and you know, it's all like some kind of a scam. You know, there are a lot of, you know, there are scams all around you. You know, when you think about it, like in Montreal, there's a big government scam going on. Every winter you see that. You know, like when they have the stuff, this magic powder, you know, to help the cake grow. You know, when they have the unsnowing, I mean, unsnowing, they take the snow away from like the streets or whatever, you know, and so like you can't park, like they say, they put little signs that say you can't park from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or something, you know. And so when you go to work and you park, you know, you should know that they're going to pass at that point, so that you don't park there, and that you don't get a ticket, you know. But the problem is what happens in the law. There's no there's no clarification about when the signs should be put up, you know. So that's the problem when you know, they start the operation at 7 a.m. So from 7 a.m. you can't park at that place, and you know, sometimes the signs are put up like at 6:30 a.m. So like 30 minutes after the signs are put up or something. And what happens is that, you know, when the signs are put up, there are already cars that are parked there, but they have no way to know that. Oh shit! I usually use the stuffer to store my my juices. Ow! Oh fuck! To store my juices, and I forgot that I had them there. Ow! 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 Fuck! It's very hot. Okay. Oh man, let's put it back. Shit, that was pretty fucked up. Okay, yeah, so like you have this guy who goes to work, and it's like 6 a.m. and he parks, and he looks around, and there are no signs that tell him that he can't park. So he gets off his car and like he takes the subway, or I mean, some people who work in places where it's difficult to park, like, you know, downtown or something, you know, they drive to the subway, and they you know, they take the subway to go to work even if they have a car. You know, that happens a lot. And so those guys are going to have a ticket because they parked before the signs were put up, and they had no way to know that the signs were going to be put up. That's a racket. It's a scam. So the people who live in Montreal, you guys should watch, you know, like during the winter. Well, right now there's not as much snow as there used to be like a month ago or something, but it might come back. Usually the 1st of April there's this huge snowstorm. But anyway, take a look at you know, the signs when the people are going to pass for the snow, okay? And you know, try to see when the signs are put up. You get the stuff like, you know, it's 6 a.m. or something, and the signs are not there. You go back, and then all of a sudden you have the signs. Anyway, so we're gonna let this go for now. So we're gonna prepare the sauce in the meantime that is going to go over it. This is a bit of a complicated cake. So what do I need? I need a pot. This one is used. Well, I'm gonna use this one. In case you guys are wondering why I have these little things here like that, it's because I used to have very long hair. Then I cut it around a few months ago. But So that's why I have all these things. Like, I still have the stuff, you know, like to tie your hair when you have long hair, but now I don't need it anymore. So I use it, you know, when my shoes are broken. You see, I have this stuff here, but sometimes, you know, the stuff is broken, so you can tie it like that with a little stuff that is meant for the hair, you know. Like here, it's broken on both sides, and one day this little thingy is gonna pop out, and I'm gonna repair it. And I used to have, you know, my hair bleached, so I looked pretty weird at some point. You know, I had this bleached hair and a black goatee, and that was pretty horrible. I looked like some kind of freak, maybe like a drug dealer or something. Whatever. That was really, really bad. Whoops! Oh, I almost dropped the stuff in the toilet. Alright, so we're going to prepare the sauce. Whoa! I'm afraid to touch this with my hands because it's probably still hot. I think the plastic stuff is like, was on the verge of melting. Or we can put this. Tastes good. Like Sambuca and stuff. Alright, so the sauce, I think I made a version of it before in one of the videos with lemon and icing sugar. Not the same as icing salt that you put out on the streets, you know. Have to open this. Wait a minute. Okay, I need a pair of scissors or a knife or something. Yeah, over there. Oh, my coconut opener is still there. I think I have another one. There it is. I use these things for coconut. Sometimes they open more easily. Sometimes it takes more time. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Alright, so I put the camera in my mouth, and when I have to do something with two hands, so that's why I had this weird reaction. It's not easy. Anyway, oof, wait a minute. Okay, with the lemon now. You know, this apartment, you know, that I'm in right now, it's got quite a history. It's pretty old. It was built, I think the house itself was built in, well, they started, I think, in 83 or 84, but it was possible to live in this place in about 85. The first time I came here, I think it was 1987, but I didn't live here back then. It was just like we were visiting Montreal to see family, stuff like that. But I remember a little bit about this place here in 1987. You know, there were two huge chimneys in the landfill not too far from here. Now they tore them down some time ago. But in this apartment, like right here physically, there are a lot of people who lived here like before me, like in the 80s and 90s, and you know, I've never known any of them, but I've met some of them. One of them was a police officer, a young guy who was, I don't know, I think he was maybe in his 20s or early 30s, I don't know, he was pretty young. In about 1988 or 89, there was a girl who lived here, and I don't really remember it that much because, you know, I was only here like a few months, and I was pretty young, and I think I was like 12 years old back then, and it was pretty funny because she was kind of like a little legend in the neighborhood, because there was, when she was living here, sometimes you had, you know, like a bunch of guys lining up in front of the door, you know, and like one guy would come in and, you know, spend like 30 minutes, and then he would leave, and Then another guy would come in and spend like 30 minutes, and he would leave. And I can only imagine what they were doing in here, but I don't know if, if they were paying her, or I'm not sure exactly, but it's pretty funny. There are quite a few histories with this place right here. There was a guy, people thought he was some kind of a drug dealer at some point. That was a little bit after, I think, when I lived not far from here, so it must have been like maybe 1995, 96. There was this guy who at some point, you know, he had an ambulance that came in front, and